Falcons taking on the...
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Slant route complete to Bell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The Browns at 12-4 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, They'd trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old. They can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. The big fella, he's at the 50. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go up the middle with Chubb and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, Just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run again with Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Kirkland. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. Kirkland.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. Put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From the 31, Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Kirkland.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Kirkland. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To try again after the sack. Watson.
And he'll get this one to Cooper complete.
20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Kirkland into the hands of London. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Back to throw again.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Watson on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting.
And we get it, no time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He stiff arms him. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and does a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Watson now to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb
with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Kirkland.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Operating from the gun, Kirkland.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards the gain for number 18. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 33.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Chubb will get the call running left. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Cleveland,
they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,
they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.